Greetings, most gracious audience. I am Sir Persevere, Knight of the Hand-Drawn Realm.
And I am Speckles, Salamander of the Hand-Drawn Realm and Sir Persevere's talking animal sidekick.
Today, we are going to talk about more good news regarding classic animation.
What's the good news? Did Netflix change its mind and decide to get Don Bluth to do hand animation for Dragon's Lair the movie?
No, sadly that's still going to be in live action as far as I'm aware. But it's almost as good as the idea of Netflix doing classic animation for Dragon's Lair. The good news is that major studios are beginning to bring classic animation back to life. No, don't look to Disney for salvation for classic animation. It's gone too far down the assimilation and wokeness rabbit hole to ever go back to Walt's vision. It is Warner Brothers who is stepping up to bring back Looney Tunes characters, looking very similar to the way that we used to know and love them. Now, that's not to say that the Looney Tunes comeback has made a perfect landing. There have been problems with the show on HBO Max. For instance, they took away Elmer Fudd's gun. Plus, they used Yosemite Sam as a straw man to attack conservatives. Don't believe me, dear viewers? Let's look at the evidence of yesteryear, most notably the amusement park episode. First, when Yosemite was running the roller coaster, he had a sign up that said, "No liberals allowed." I don't know about you, but before SJWs were running around destroying everything, I didn't feel like discriminating against anyone based on ideology as long as they were rational individuals. Even now, there are classic liberals like Tim Pool and Clownfish TV that I, as a conservative, would be delighted to do business with and have a conversation. So, try to depict conservatives as ideological bigots is most insincere. My second issue with the amusement park episode occurs when Yosemite Sam is fixing to blow up Bugs Bunny with dynamite, but has a change of heart when he sees the rabbit toting around a baby and tries to defuse the bomb. Ultimately, he dunks the explosive into a toilet. When he emerges from the bathroom, he explains that he despises animals, but he would never hurt a baby. The message is subtle, but I think far leftist Hollywood takes issue with the fact that a lot of conservatives like to hunt animals while being pro-life to protect unborn babies at the same time. Guess what, Hollywood? There's nothing wrong with that viewpoint, so stop trying to vilify it. It is important to save all human lives. To quote Dr. Seuss, whose legacy is sadly being attacked with book burning by Silicon Valley, a person's a person, no matter how small. As for taking issue with red-blooded Americans hunting, as long as animals are not being hunted into extinction, there is nothing wrong with humanely farming and hunting them for food.
Of course, you wouldn't eat a rational talking animal, would you?
Naturally, I wouldn't. The hand-drawn realm is kind of like Narnia. You leave the talking animals alone. Anyway, I know I went on a tangent. Today, I wanted to give my thoughts on the new Space Jam 2 trailer, but I had been wanting to talk about the botched Looney Tunes show on HBO Max for a while, and this gave me the chance to kill two birds with one stone.
There's a new Space Jam movie coming soon?
Indeed there is. As much as I look forward to independent films like Justin Murphy's Dogtown, it is good to see some major studios starting to make classically animated films again. In fact, a new trailer came out for Space Jam 2: A New Legacy not too long ago. I know people such as Altiori have already given their thoughts on it, but I figured that I too would give my take on it. And given that this movie will be coming to theaters on July 16th, I hope to do a film review similar to my Wolfwalkers video. Don't hold me to it, however, for I will be off on a family vacation sometime in July, and it might interfere with my ability to do a review on the night of the film's release, but I will do what I can. Anyway, without further ado, let's give our reaction to the new Space Jam 2 trailer. The trailer starts off with LeBron James establishing himself as the main character and having a misunderstanding with his son. I don't know about anyone else, but I do not like the idea of LeBron being the main human character. He's a Chinese communist kiss-up who holds America accountable for past slavery and civil rights abuses that have been resolved and outlawed while keeping his mouth shut about the abuse that the people of Hong Kong suffer under mainland China. LeBron James is not a hero. He's an evil man who should not be held up as a role model for anyone.
With this money, LeBron, I now purchase you as my slave. You will say only good things about Xi Jinping, and you won't complain when I shrink you on the Chinese Space Jam 2 poster. Oh, and come and visit me sometime. I can't wait to put you in my washing machine.
That was an unexpected and disturbing cameo by the Purple Panda.
Purple Panda propaganda is a vile Chinese supremacist racist. Anyway, back to the trailer reaction. Basically, I don't like LeBron being the main human character. His son disappears into the Matrix and LeBron is confronted by War Machine before he winds up in the world of Looney Tunes. Once he lands, I see to my delight that LeBron is now a cartoon character. To see a human from the real-life realm turn into a cartoon character in the hand-drawn realm is an improvement from the original Space Jam movie. I would have loved to have seen Michael Jordan as an animated character when he stumbled into Looney Tunes. It doesn't take long for LeBron to meet Bugs Bunny and his friends in order to build the team LeBron needs to get his son out of the Matrix. We get a funny gag of Yosemite Sam shooting Daffy Duck's bill out of alignment. Eventually, they go to the real-life realm. LeBron turns back into his flesh and blood self. The Looney Tunes characters turn into realistic CGI versions of themselves. When I first learned from Altiori that Bugs Bunny and his friends were going to be CGI characters in this film, I expressed my opinion on mine that depicting them as 3D characters is a bad idea. After all, the Looney Tunes characters should be done in classic hand animation. That was before this trailer came out. Now that I understand the context behind the Looney Tunes characters becoming CGI in the real world while living their lives in classic animation and cartoon land, I am much more forgiving of this creative decision. This move makes absolute sense. Sure, it doesn't match the logic of the first Space Jam film, but then again, neither does LeBron turning into a cartoon character. Anyway, after the Looney Tunes characters come into the real-life realm with LeBron, we get a moment that many have already described as a Ready Player One universe moment. We see a live-action version of the Iron Giant along with King Kong.
They also have CGI versions of Hanna-Barbera characters showing up. You can even hear Fred Flintstone deliver his classic Yabba Dabba Doo line.
Yep, those characters are probably there to observe the game. LeBron and the Looney Tunes characters play basketball against a group of villains called the Goon Squad. I don't know about you, but I don't even know who these Goon Squad people are. They appear to be poorly introduced as villains in this film, as if they were an afterthought. After all, War Machine is supposedly the real villain. The original Space Jam film did an excellent job introducing these shrimpy little aliens as the antagonists.
They didn't stay shrimpy. They stole the game-playing talents of some of the best basketball players at the time. They proved themselves to be the primary villains in their own right, motivated by their desire to take over Looney Land.
Precisely, my little friend. We also get a shot of Daffy Duck dropping his jaw at the sight of the Goon Squad. I have expressed my opinion before that gags like jaw-dropping belong to hand-animated characters. After all, we saw what happened to that guy in Artemis Fowl. He looks like he needs to go to the hospital in this picture. That said, this CGI Daffy Duck resembles his hand-drawn version close enough that I'm not as disturbed by seeing his jaw drop. It is, in a word, more believable given the physics of the universe. And I think I'll stop there with the trailer. In conclusion, I am willing to give this film a chance. I am looking forward to doing a film review on it at the first opportunity. I wish LeBron wasn't the hero of this film given his pro-China antics, and I wish that this film didn't incorporate Ready Player One elements, but it looks like it will be fun aside from those factors. As I close this video, I would like to give a shout out to Altiori. She manifests herself in the form of a little fox while reviewing monster and dinosaur films. You ask, she answers. Also, if you enjoyed this video and wish to see more like it, please consider hitting the like button, sharing this video, and subscribing to this channel. Now my friends, go forth, be gracious to everyone, and may God bless you.